They look like they have an insane lineup on paper.
Gonna be interesting Zonic approach with his superstars.
I think the new rosters are pretty cool.
G2.
International rosters, yay or nay? And if yay, who's gonna get it done? No international roster has ever won a Counter-Strike major. That's always kind of this fact that kind of floats around this conversation. So Mathieu, I give you the no, actually, let's change it up, man. Anders?
No, I'm sad.
International teams.
No, I'm sad.
Yes or no?
Definitely yes, but I think from a historical point of view, there's actually been like a real dividing line at a point in time where Counter-Strike was not played really with international rosters.
I think a huge disadvantage of having an international roster is things outside of the game.
Cultural differences can be hard sometimes to figure out how people want to do stuff. We had that in complexity as well, like how people solve problems, how people want to schedule the practices, how people want to do all of this stuff. I think a lot of that can clash sometimes when you come from a lot of different countries.
Like maybe you can communicate really good in game, but maybe outside of the game you have like problems just talking about basic stuff.
You know, getting a team to work on a personal level and bonding can be hard with a lot of cultures.
All of them have different personalities, all of them have different mindset, like most of them from different countries, so sometimes it's pretty hard to find the same level of communication team.
I think from a resource perspective, it is so powerful to be able to pick sort of players from different regions and put them into a team.
Switching to an international roster just gives you a lot more options on the players you can pick from.
You can pretty much build a really super team if you go international. You don't really have to think about language barriers and stuff like that. So I think that's a really good thing in that part. So you can just take all kinds of player with just the skill.
I think language is not as important as I thought it would be, especially nowadays where everybody speaks really good English and people have already been playing CS for 10 years, even though they're like 15.
There's lots of challenges, but I just think those challenges don't actually overcome the power of being able to pick someone who's a star in their region and put them with other people. I think it's a huge yes.
It's obviously the unicorn of Counter-Strike. Like, it's the ever-given conversation of would an international team actually have success, and then we have to agree on what success is. Let's just say top 3 in HLTV for a relatively long period of time, right? If it's going to happen this year, which I think it will, there are 2 ways for this to happen. One way is FaZe, that are used to the international Counter-Strike, are used to the English conversation. Yeah. At this point, it has pretty much become a second skin for them, and they have revamped their roster with Robs. So you take a team that was used to that, and now arguably is better, stronger, more deadly.
I think FaZe is going to be really tough to beat just because of the raw firepower they have. They have a lot of great individual players, and it's going to be difficult to win any 1v1 aim duels against them, stuff like that. So if you're going to have to beat FaZe, you're going to have to play like a really good structured game, and it's going to be difficult to beat them.
In 2022, I think actually FaZe is going to be the one bringing it out on top, actually.
I mean, if you're looking for international teams that can win the major, it's probably G2, Vitality, or FaZe.
The other route is the crispy one, and it's Vitality. That is the crispy one because all of the elements that we usually talk about when we address the limitations of international Counter-Strike will all hit Vitality straight in the face. A Danish core that's always played in Danish, a French core that's always played in French, suddenly merging together.
We no longer have a dedicated French team anymore, which is weird. There's always been a top-tier French team in pretty much every era of CS. Because
they look like they have an insane lineup on paper.
I actually think that they have a really good chance to show what they're capable of. For example, Zaibu, his English became really, really good. And the 3 major champions coming into the team, and gonna be interesting Zonic approach with his superstars.
But something tells me that the quality of the players involved and the staff, let's not forget about the whole staff behind Vitality and Zonic, makes me feel like if ever fresh faces would be able to make it work internationally, it would be Vitality. I think Vitality is going to be a top 3 team in the world this year. I don't believe they will drop off. I think they will hit the ground running because of the quality of the roster that is so incredible.
The thing that could prevent them from succeeding is this thing about communication, and when things get rocky, how do they sort the issues? and also the cultural change between Denmark and France. There is quite a disparity, but I believe they're also working with a lot of specialists. For example, our previous sports psychologist, Lars Rubbel. So I believe they have things under control.
Even if Vitality can't play good team CS, I think they will still be a hard team to beat, just from the fact that they have strong individual players.
Well, this year will be very stacked year. I think all the rosters right now are really individually insane.
The most successful international team in Europe is G2.
Actually, I just forgot about G2. I forgot G2 was full international for a long time now.
No, again,
How did I forget G2?
I don't know.
How did I forget
I was
G2
gonna
for a second?
hit the.
I got so traumatized about.
Curveball
He
it.
always talks about French teams because now my brain is like trying to shut it down.
French
like,
defense?
Trying to find a different way.
Yeah.
I think they've also built like maybe the perfect super team. On paper, I think they have a very, 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 very well-rounded team that I think personally could easily go up and get like an era or like win a lot of tournaments, something like that.
G2 is the big one. In terms of international rosters, I think 2022's got to be the year. The competitors have to be G2, FaZe, Vitality.
I think this could definitely be the year we see an international team wins a major.
Scrawny, Maniac, Anders, we all say yay.